Good morning, guten Morgen, magandang umaga, konnichiwa, bonjour. So, I'm going to make a small disclaimer in this video that I am not bearing false witness when I say most likely, which means no one can 100% prove it, but most likely what I'm saying is the truth about it. So yesterday I went to pick up my daughter in Connecticut because we were visiting my mother. She lives in East Massachusetts. I live in West Massachusetts, which, by the way, we had frost for the first time this morning, so I had to turn my car on and thaw it out. I'm never mentally prepared for the cold and the winter, even though I've lived here my entire life in the New England area. But, so I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts because I like getting a coffee. It's a dessert to me. I understand that it's not good for me. They do put too much sugar in there. And anyhow, that's a vice of mine. I have Dunkin' Donuts not every day, but once a week normally. So anyhow, on my way, I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts in a small town. It's called Southwick, I believe, Southwick, Mass. And Southwick. And I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts, and for the first time ever, I mean, I've seen young women on YouTube who've had lip fillers, but I've never seen it in the wild. I've never seen it. Like I said, I live in Western Mass, and this is a small town. It's not like I live in New York City, and it's a very popular thing in this area. But I saw this young woman with lip filler, and I'm not trying to be rude by any means, but it looked unusual. It looked like someone punched her in the mouth, or she hit her mouth, and it was very puffy and swollen. It looked unusual, not usual. So she looked like a very pretty girl. I mean, she had 3 layers of makeup on, like fake color black hair, and you can tell box dye. There's no dimension. It's very matte color, and there's no real shine to it. It looks very chalky. She looked like she was trying to shoot for Kardashian, because that's the so-called standard of beauty that is being pushed still, I think, with the youngest sister, Kylie. I think that's her name. I say her loosely. The reason why I say that is most likely the Kardashian women are men. They wouldn't be in the spotlight and wouldn't be out there if they weren't, because they are who they serve, their father, the devil. And they believe in alchemy. They believe in duality, where both male and female in one vessel makes them gods. They believe that they are superior to us peons, the rest of us out there, because they believe that they have the knowledge, that they are illuminated. So I'm bringing this up, and I say that they might be. There's a huge possibility they are. I'm not bearing false witness, okay? I'm saying that they are who they serve and they do their Father's will. So I say this because, do you think that this young woman that I saw at Dunkin' Donuts, if she knew that, let's say she was shooting for Kim or Kylie, looking similar, where she watches makeup tutorials to do her makeup the same way and dress the same way, do you think that this young woman would want to try to emulate that if she knew that they were men pretending to be women? I don't know. Probably not. She'd probably embrace her natural beauty, that she's naturally feminine and a real biological woman. Now, I'm probably going to lose about a dozen subscribers when I say this next thing. Again, they are who they serve. Most likely they're transgender. They're pretending to be biological. I have nothing against transgender people, okay? I'm saying that the people that I'm speaking about are pretending. They don't admit that they've transgendered themselves. They don't admit that they're not biologically originally who they were born or created or produced or whatever, cloned. I don't really know. Who knows? There are different species for sure. A different bloodline. If you knew that Trump is actually a biological female pretending to be a male, you look at the younger photos and that person looks extremely feminine. No neck, very soft, very feminine looking. And you look at Kamala, whose neck, I mean, that person has long hair to try to hide it, but do you see how my neck is very small? Biological women, for the most part, your neck is very small. I don't have a large larynx, and I don't have an Adam's apple, even though sometimes in some video I'm like, ooh, it looks like I have. What's going on there? Kamala's neck is the same width as their head. It's like out to here. And Kamala's most likely a male, a biological male pretending to be a female. Now, if the populace knew that, and I say most likely, okay? I'm not saying that it is. Again, no one can prove it 100%. But lights, makeup, there's magic in the makeup, okay? That's a man. That's probably a dude. Do you think that the majority of people do you think that they would participate if they knew that they were acting, that it was just a complete clown show, that Trump is actually a female, that Kamala is actually a male? Would you care about any words coming out of their mouth if you knew that they were liars and they were deceivers, and most likely whatever's coming out of their mouth is scripted and untrue? Would you participate? Would you support them? Would you have signs out in front of your lawn supporting that? Of course you wouldn't. That's what the Lord saves you from. When it says to come out of the world and come away from the world, I am not participating in their magic, their witchcraft, their spell that they're deceiving the whole world. That's what's happening. Everything that's being done, they're deceiving the whole world on the television. That if you know this to be true, you don't care what those vessels have to say. You could absolutely 100% care less. You don't participate in they call it politics, I call it a circus. You don't participate in it because you know what a lie, what a deception, what a con it is. You want nothing to do with it. And if somebody said Trump said this or Kamala said that, you're like, I don't care what that vessel, that lying vessel says about anything and what they supposedly do. I could care less. So I hope I plant a good seed. And again, I'm probably going to lose about a dozen subscribers, but I'm not here for someone to follow me. I don't make videos because I'm trying to have people like me, because people don't like hearing the truth, because the truth means that they were fooled, and people do not want to admit they've been fooled, especially their entire life with such a big deceptive lie. So I love you and God bless.